If you're someone of a particular age, you know about Forever 21. This store was before Shein, Zara, Temu, Fashion Nova. You know the current fast fashion it girls that are like big. But when did Forever 21 mess up so that you can take notes, study, dissect their problems so that this does not happen to your business or brand? Maybe it was technology, marketing, or their evolution has phased out. Let's unpack and learn some insight from Forever 21 and the new fashion movements. Welcome to Enquire Branding, an online education platform where fashion entrepreneurs learn market research principles. From startup to renewal business phases, we offer classroom settings, community support, and content insight created for you. Our mission is to empower ready to wear designers to design their growth by gathering valuable information to scale your business. Be sure to sign up for Enquire Learning Lab for a deeper experience off of digital media and our full videos on topics.
Employees at Forever 21 are finding out they'll be without a job in a little more than a month. The fashion retailer shutting down its LA headquarters, cutting more than 350 corporate jobs toward the end of April. This comes after the retailer filed for bankruptcy and announced it's shuttering some stores around the U.S. Officials are also trying to determine if they should sell the company.
If you like shopping and you live near the Brea Mall, run. The store is closing and everything is basically selling for like $1 or less than $1. Everyone's kind of going through the boxes, and Sunday is the last day to be able to go, but it's so sad to see Forever 21 close. This is a place where I would go to get outfits for like parties and events. Anyways, I grabbed a bag and I went through and checked out what I could find. It is a little stressful to go through every box and it's very unorganized, but yeah, look, less than $1. Go get some goodies.
As you just heard in this clip, well, mini clips, the Forever 21 headquarters made some abrupt changes as of 2025, and they're closing down. But this doesn't just happen overnight. So I dug up some information and let's get into this written article in 2019 by data journalist at Statista Katarina, titled Forever 21 Bankruptcy. Forever 21 Falls Out of Favor with Teen Consumers. And it says, in quote, teenage clothing store brand Forever 21 is filed for bankruptcy on Sunday, saying it will close 178 stores in the United States in an attempt to overhaul its strategy. Worldwide, the brand will close 300 to 350 locations, and it wants to pull out of Asian and European market entirely. Forever 21 sales peaked in 2015 at $4.4 billion. The brand's peak in popularity with teen consumers likely came earlier than that year. While around 9 to 10% of United States teens listed the company as their favorite clothing brand during 2009, 2010, 2011, and that number was only 8% in early 2015 and has been as low as 5% since the fall of 2016. The same survey, which renders these results, Taking Stock with Teens by Piper Jaffray, has been showing for years that young consumers have been moving their business online and have been spending on athletic wear and sportswear more heavily, end quote. So that was the article. Well, some of the bulk of the article. I wanted to extract the most important stuff and information that kind of just talks about what we're here to learn today, which is lessons to unpack and unlearn from Forever 21, and also the branding and marketing tactic that just all falls in line with what's going on. So now remember, this was written in 2019, and what you have to think about, what was happening around the time that was influencing people to start wearing athletic wear and sportswear more. That's something you have to kind of just go back and research. We're not going to do that now because I have some more stuff to kind of just, talk to you guys about. Now, I know what I just read was reports and surveys for 2019, but I do have the current report for 2024. If you are serious in wanting to scale and invest your business, this report is for purchase by going in the description to buy it at a fraction of the cost. It would normally cost you $500 per report. From Statista, this 40-page insight report as a non-member. So yes, that is the price if you were a non-member. I'm a member, so I paid a large lump sum because, again, I actively research a lot. So within this report, it does entail an overview of the U.S. apparel markets and Gen Z demographics, the shifts towards Gen Z spending on clothes, some of the most popular brands among Generation Z consumers. This is followed by a look at fashion trends among the generation before the section focusing on shopping habits. I also have some more insight reports for you guys. If you are interested in diving more into the apparel, market into the United States, this is a 36-page report that has been compiled to provide statistics, information about the apparel market of the United States. The report breaks down 5 categories, which is the overview of global apparel markets, the manufacturing and trade, overview of physical apparel retail in the United States, and the leading United States apparel companies and consumer behavior for 2025. Those are the 2 ones that are very good to kind of just look at. Again, if you are serious, I also have some more, which is the fashion e-commerce worldwide. This is 47-page reports. The retail market worldwide, which is a 40-page report, and also Shein, if you are a fast fashion, a micro seller, and kind of want to just delve in and see what their tactics are. This insight report is 38 pages specifically on Shein. So you could definitely hit the link in the description to see and browse through. All right. So back to the topic at hand. Prior to popularization of cheaper and mass-produced clothing in many post-industrialized regions around the world, clothes were handmade and materials to make them were always sourced on a personal level. Fashion was slow. Until the 1960s, the term fast fashion wasn't coined until, around 30 years ago by the New York Times when describing the implementation of Zara's new and accelerated model of clothing production. All right, you guys, I hope you guys are taking note of that. Now, the fast fashion movement has changed the way millions of consumers get their clothes by offering a cheap, easy way to stay up to date with the latest fashion trends. And also, I want to include, social media definitely does play a part in it because everyone is making content, so they don't want to be quote unquote be seen with the same outfit twice, which is crazy because we have a washing machine. So I'm just not really understanding that, but I digress. What does this mean for you and your business with this information given to you? That's something I can't answer for you unless we are face to face, we're doing a consultation and we're doing like an in-depth conversation. You will need to know, what category your clothing or your brand is in. What is your clothing production? And most importantly, your business model. Like, you have to take all of this in consideration and, just go back to what I just said, how I stated when Zara implemented the new and accelerated model, which is pretty much stuff that you need to kind of just take note of and make sure you are creating your own model within your business. So we tapped into Zara, which is one of the fast fashion brands with a brick and mortar as well as an online presence that everyone was going to before Shein and Fashion Nova. What are the current popular fashion and apparel websites at the moment? I know you're probably thinking that, or maybe I helped you think about it, but I thought about it and I said, let me put this in here and let me see if I can find a report. So, survey was done by Similar Web, in the top three. I'm gonna give you guys the top three. The top three, drum roll please. It is Shein.com. That is the number one. Nike is number two. And this one's going to be a shocker. Number three is going to be Macy's. Are you guys shocked about that? Definitely let me know down below in the comments if you are shocked about the number two, number three. Are you shocked by any of them? Let me know down below. Those are the current and most popular fashion websites. So it may change. It can always change. So the Chinese company Shein, which is increasingly popular in the United States, also is the largest fashion e-commerce company globally, not only among fellow fashion competitors, but also brands in different industries. Shein was the most downloaded fashion app and the most visited fashion site globally in 2023. So, besides the well-known retail brands like H&M, I don't even hear anyone talk about H&M like that, and Zara, that sells their clothing both online and in store, like I mentioned before, there are plenty of fast fashion brands besides Shein that offer exclusively online experiences and can stand their ground against multi-channel giants. Boohoo, ASOS, Pretty Little Thing, and Fashion Nova are frequently in the spotlight when it comes to social media posts showcasing, and most specifically, haul videos. Those brands definitely like got it in the bag when it comes to social media, especially when it comes to YouTube, TikTok. I see Zara and Fashion Nova. I don't really see Boohoo and ASOS. Pretty Little Thing definitely lost their steam a little bit. But yeah, the haul videos, they definitely got those in the bag. Now, after hearing this, has Forever 21 followed suit in any of these fashion marketing tactics? I'm asking you this. Are they in the mix of real people and social media? When was the last time, or if you ever, you heard of someone saying, I'm wearing Forever 21? Now, those rhetorical questions were for you to have a mini, critical thinking session. Shameless plug if you haven't checked out the last video. Or drop a comment down below to share your thoughts on, those questions I just asked you. But Forever 21's closing offers a lot of insights that many of you can unlearn and unpack. The shifting landscape of fashion, technology, people allows the fashion entrepreneur to gather the information that is needed and to carve out a unique space in the market so that they don't get left behind. So, after all that, here are some perspectives and some lessons and takeaways that I have gathered together. These are key lessons, takeaways, and perspectives to unpack and consider to your future forward fashion business. So here is some key things that I want you guys to kind of just, hear me out. So here we are. Number one, today's values are not yesterday's values. There has been a shift. There's been a shift from the start of when Forever 21 was hot, which was, I want to say like around 2008, 2009, the 2000, the 2010s is when Forever 21 was starting to get its buzz or had its buzz. But now it's 2025. people are going through different things, and we just go about life very differently. Today's consumers, especially Gen Z, prioritize sustainability, transparency, uniqueness. What else do we value? I mean, we have technology, so things are at the drop of our dime, at the drop of our hands. You know, jobs are kind of just going in and out. We are just kind of living by the moment, and ethical practices over cheap disposable fashion. We are kind of just more conscious of what is going on. So you just having a product is just not doing it, and their adaptability to survive in this climate, Forever 21 just wasn't doing it. The retail landscape evolved quickly and rapidly due to social media. Social media has evolved so much. There's more than just Instagram. There's TikTok is taking it by storm. Lemonade is honestly, it's like Lemonade is, me and my team has been playing around with that, and Lemonade is like the love child of Pinterest and Instagram with Canva features. There's just so many options that you can choose from for what platform you want to use to resonate with your audience or build your audience out. They just wasn't evolving. Forever 21's reluctance to fully embrace digital transformation and online experiences played a significant role in its decline. So one of the lessons, I have multiple lessons for this specific one. The one of the lesson one for today's values, not yesterday's value, is prioritize omnichannel strategies. So blending in physical retail, e-commerce, and social media very seamlessly is very important. Maybe you don't have enough money to do physical retail, but doing pop-ups is an option. Exhibiting, that's still a physical presence. I honestly would tell you to create the experience and then draw like an extended branch when it comes to pop-up shop experience, pop-up shop, then the e-commerce, and then the social media, if you guys understand what I'm saying. That way all of everything from the experience can transfer to all of those other channels for your strategy. And my second lesson for today's values are not today's values is not yesterday's values, is fast fashion's era of mass production at the expense of ethics, quality, and sustainability is being rejected by, I'm going to say, everybody. It's not just the young consumers, it's everybody. I mentioned before that, a lot of people are losing their jobs and they're being a lot more conscious. And not only that, we just feel, I don't want to say, I can say disconnected. I want to say we're feeling disconnected since a lot of people have been working from home and we're just all over the place. Society is just all over the place. So being a part of something, having a sense of belonging, people are just interested in brands that builds as they go and letting people see it and not just drop an item and think people are going to flock to it. So having that fast fashion is kind of, I think it's slowing down, but we shall see. And my next lesson for today's value is not yesterday's value, is infuse sustainability into your business model. I actually want to change that. I want to say infuse your uniqueness into your business brand. There is something for everyone. You have the power of social media, which is AKA create your own narrative, and your people will find you. Whether you want to incorporate sustainability for not just upcycling or keeping small batch production, but just find some type of uniqueness about your business and let them know. People will have understandings because, our values are different and people are a lot more open and transparent as well as understanding. So, and my takeaway for today's values are not yesterday's value is build a brand rooted in transparency, sustainability, uniqueness, and authenticity. People want to know where their clothes are being made, who made them, who's the face, how you being styled. There's just so many ways you can just tap into your audience, even including your workers. That really just gives them a insight of who they're buying from. All right, so my next lesson that we can all lessons to learn from, is sharing your brand story because it matters. Forever 21 lacked a distinct brand narrative that resonated with customers. Fast fashion without a deeper purpose no longer captivates buyers. I'm going to get into that a little bit later. I didn't want to tap into it because it does kind of bleed over to, I want to say, my last lesson to learn from. But yeah, the fast fashion, just dropping a product is just not doing it. So the lesson that you can learn is build an emotional connection through your brand story. Why does your brand exist beyond the product? What values does it stand for? I know I shared this story before, but the ballerina that I was working with, she wanted to launch a lingerie. And when I first got her, learning about her or read about her brand, what she had, it didn't really like click. It was just a bit all over the place, reading the about page and then just seeing the campaign. I'm like, it doesn't click. So as I was just peeling away and having an in-depth conversation with her, she said something in a sentence and I said, I think you should elaborate on this because I know you spent a lot of money and you're kind of working backwards, but this line right here really resonates with what your whole business stands for. As well as you being a ballerina, this can tie into so many different things, even though people are not ballerinas or dancers or so forth, or in the entertainment, you can tie this in because comfortability and showing off your body is your canvas. So she actually started building on that and started experimenting on social media, like her brainstorming, and including people were starting to follow her. But unfortunately, since she did things backwards, she did the production first and then the research afterwards. She kind of burnt out her bridges with her finances, but she started to build a following, a community from that story, and she didn't even realize it. So I just wanted to point that out to you guys. A lesson to learn, and also from the Forever 21, no one really knows their story. They just arrived and they didn't really try to revamp or rebuild. All right, so my next lesson to learn is community over customers. Yes, this is a big one. Brands that cultivate loyal communities rather than just chasing sales thrive longer. Think of how brands like Fenty, I used to say Apple, but I don't feel like Apple has that pull anymore. I'm going to say TikTok. They have built a cult following through engagement and exclusivity and just people that give them a sense of belonging. I think building a digital community will lead you so many ways and so many opportunities that you didn't even know. And it's so easy to do so because you can do it through email. You could do it through having a lot of different social media accounts, whether it's LinkedIn, whether it's YouTube, Lemonade, Red Note, there's Twitch. There's just so many digital platforms for you to start a community that you will save yourself so much of the headache. So one of the lessons that you can learn from this this category, the community over customers, is people no longer just want to buy from brands like Forever 21. They want to belong, like I mentioned. Again, include them in when you're sketching. That is one of the greatest ways. Just have a random, hey guys, come sketch with me, or hey guys, come sew with me. Just little things like that will give them a sense of belonging and, oh my God, I can't wait to see the end products, or I'm going to wait until she finished so I can buy. It's making me want, it makes me want to buy. Some people get attached, emotionally attached like that. And honestly, that's how a lot of women shop as well. Another lesson that community over customers is important is focus on creating experiences that foster belonging, like digital events or panels or focus group. I definitely did a focus group for an independent fashion brand. She already had customers when I got there, but which made it a lot more easier. So I just picked, her repeated customers to do some try-ons and also just do photo shoots to see how the responses were, and it showed in the photo shoot. So there's just so many creative ways. Again, if you built your community and then funnel them into customers, that will lead you to a lot of different things beyond the experiences. So the key takeaway from this community over customers is build a community driven brand by creating experiences, digital conversation, and in real life moments that engage your audience beyond the sale. Man, oh man, I have stories for days for that. So my next lesson is the value of uniqueness versus mass production fashion. So overproduction versus curated fashion items is definitely slowing down, in my opinion. The demand for unique niche products is skyrocketing. Fast fashion giants struggle to pivot towards more personalized experiences because they have so much inventory just sitting and they just need to push. They spend a lot of money marketing so it can be programmed in your face, or trying to get influencers or UGC creators to kind of just promote it. But we live in a day and age where we are trying to stand out. We can be viral at any given moment, and having something on very unique compared to having something on that someone else has or 5,000 other people have is like a no to a lot of people's eyes. So one of the lessons that the value of uniqueness versus mass production fashion is Forever 21 thrived on constantly pushing out new trends, but consumers now gravitate towards brands that offer curated, intentional drops rather than massive inventory dumps. I definitely agree. The next lesson for that is also smaller brands have an advantage. They craft curated collections, collaborate with local artists, collaborate with different artists, designers, stylists, creatives. It's just a lot of different ways you can do it. And also the made to orders as well. Made to orders are a little sticky because those are one size fits all, but again, collaborations are a lot more easier and a lot more way for you to kind of just budget. If you do pre-orders, you'll know how much you will need to have instead of just having money just sitting as your inventory. And the take away from the value of uniqueness versus mass production is smaller, more curated collections that tell a story or emphasize quality over quantity will create loyalty and allow room for creative direction because you didn't spend so much money. All right. We have two more. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Definitely like the video. I hope you are liking the video. Comment down below. And I hope you're definitely enjoying the full episode because the full episodes are not on for the mass. This is for community base. All right, so my next one is innovation in tech and fashion. Brands integrating AR try-ons, virtual styling rooms, and AI driven personalizations are thriving and expanding like I want to say every quarter, every 6 months. It's definitely like a lot. One of the lessons I want to point out that innovation in tech and fashion is that traditional retail is evolving into experience based concepts. Forever 21's massive stores with no real experience or tech integrations fell out of touch. I haven't heard anyone talk about Forever 21 in so long. I don't even see them. Yeah, I don't see them in the mix of any type of tech innovation. So that is definitely something where they fell flat. That's one of the way I'm gonna have to say that is one of the ways they fell flat, as well as just not moving their marketing to online. And my next lesson to learn from this is explore how tech can enhance the customer journey from virtual fitting room to, from digital sketching to virtual fittings. This is another thing that I did for my other business, which is the personal style and image consultancy. I did a sketch, and then the customer, she was okay with me recording. So when I had my seamstress, I was able to record the process, and we had about 4 fittings. So people kind of got a glimpse into what goes on. Since I'm in the styling sector, I'm not in the design, but you get a process of what is going on in that, and people just get a full understanding of what is going on instead of just hearing about it. They actually get to see for themselves, and again, they feel more included. And now that technology has evolved and cameras are more accessible, we are able to capture that moment, and that allows the customer journey to not only fall from being aware to converting over to being a buyer and then being loyal. So the takeaway from innovation of tech and fashion is whether online or pop-ups, prioritize experimental touch points by co-creating by co-creation opportunities where your audience feel involved, more involved. There's no exception, there's no excuses nowadays. Again, there's just so many ways you can capture your moment. You don't need a team. Place your cameras and keep them rolling. And last but not least, I know this one I said tied into the first one, which was the lesson was today's values are not yesterday's values. This one also ties in, but it also just has its own, flow. Real people influences are is currency today. I say this for those who are over the age of 30, who was born in the year 1990 and older. You guys understand that celebrity was such a big thing. And now celebrity culture is kind of just dying out because any and everyone can be famous and create their own following. So one of the lessons I feel that Forever 21 fumble was that Forever 21 rose during the era of celebrity collabs, but missed out on the micro influencer and creator-led brand boom. Fenty really ignited in that influencer bag. Influencers are kind of just dying out, but Fenty, I'm gonna have to say Rihanna's brand really excelled when it came to the influencer movement. She really capitalized on that strategy, and Forever 21 did not do that. That's why I said a couple of minutes ago, Forever 21 really fumbled when it came to technology and their marketing, moving their marketing to online. So the takeaway for this is that you need to tap into the creator economy by collaborating with smaller, more engaged, I'm going to say people, not even influencers or your community that aligns with your brand story, because you just never know what they can do for you. They do for you, you do for them. So, in conclusion of lessons to learn and unpack, Forever 21 and the new fashion movements, the new fashion movement is calling for purpose-driven brands that creates community, conversation, and unique products that resonate. As a fashion entrepreneur, the sweet spot lies in blending the brand's unique expertise, storytelling, and I want to say transparency. I feel like transparency will really get you so far. And it's real. I mean, if you let them know, like during a live stream, like, hey, I am a new business owner. I'm learning. I just came from, my mentor. You tell them what you've been doing, like really telling them what they're doing. I'm accepting pre-orders. I've only can afford the samples. Show them the samples. I mean, show them actually the products. Pre-orders will be going out. Like, being transparent will get you so far. People will understand because maybe they don't have it at the moment. So I hope you guys definitely enjoyed this video. Forever 21, I don't know if it'll be missed because I haven't been in there for so long. I've been honestly been recreating my own clothes, reworking it up, flipping and buying from independent brands and stuff like that. So I don't know. I don't have no ways to feel about that. That time has passed, but I don't know. So I hope you guys enjoy. Definitely like, and be sure to like, share, comment your thoughts. Definitely share to another designer, entrepreneur, someone that is interested in learning, and also join the Enquire Learning Lab newsletter, a place for students to learn and experiment through hands-on activities to build your critical thinking and research skills for your fashion brand. All right, my name is Macabre Reed, and I will see you guys in the next video. And if you've already signed up for the newsletter, I'll see you in the next email because we have some coming up. And I'll check y'all out later. Bye, y'all.